what's up everyone? Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Alyson. Thanks for stopping in. If you are not new here, it's always great to see you guys again. Today we're doing a bit of an impromptu haul. If you've noticed that my background is different, it is. I am redoing the cabin and the library and my shelves and everything, so it is a bit different. It's not complete yet, but do look forward to a bookshelf reorganization vlog because it has been quite involved, and that's also why I wanted to film this, so that I can get these books up on my newly reorganized shelf. Before we get too far into this video, I want to give a huge shout out to Katie Grakowski, the author of Texas Rose French series, because she and her publicist sent me the entire series that is out to date. I did read the first one and it's very fun. It's a semi-spicy cowboy romance following a set of brothers. One of the reasons why I decided to give this series a try whenever they asked if I wanted to is because the main male protagonist of this first book is named Cinco, and I personally know a Cinco, which is not a very common name, but it is often a family name that is handed down to the first son and so forth each generation. So I know a Cinco, and then I saw that it's a cowboy romance set in Texas, and I was like, okay, let's give this a shot. And I'm really glad I did. I enjoyed this book a lot. Again, it follows one of the brothers, and then in this specific book it follows a journalist or author named Candy. Her specialty is family genealogy, so she goes to Cinco's family to gather information in order to write a family genealogy. Candy's super sassy. Cinco kind of falls quick, so I would say it's kind of like insta-lust in this specific instance. There is a lot of banter. She's really sassy. There's like prank wars going on. It was a fun time and a really fast read. Forgive me if this order is wrong, but I do know this is the first book. Texas Rose Forever, Texas Rose Always, Texas Rose Evermore, Texas Rose Forgiven, and I do know that this is the fifth book in the series, Texas Rose Happily Ever After. This is a very recent release, either in April or May of this year of 2023. It is available on KU if you are a KU girly or boy or person, however you choose. Check it out. Recently there was a sale at Target for buy 2 books, get 1 free. So I ended up getting 6 books for like $30, maybe less. It was a really good deal. I was really excited, but I can finally open them! I have been waiting to open them for this video, and let me tell you, my patience has been tested. So, the first package, let's see. Okay. We have the picture of Dorian Gray. This is a book that I've had on my TBR ever since I saw a video where Jack Edwards talked about it, and I said, that book is for me. I wish it had come a little bit sooner because I would have put it in my 5-star predictions, because I don't know, something about this book, I just have a feeling that I'm going to love it. It is a classic, so I can add it to my classic collection. This isn't my favorite cover, but of all the covers that I've seen so far, I hated all of them. This one's okay. We'll keep an eye out. If I do end up loving it, getting a different version, we'll see. But for right now, I am so excited to read this. Next we have Before the Coffee Gets Cold by the Japanese author Toshikazu Kawaguchi. It is a translated fiction novel. If you saw my video, I'm in the middle of a 112 book series. This is one of them that I want to finish. This book is about a very obscure cafe in a little alley in Tokyo, where if you go there and are served coffee by a specific waitress at a specific seat, you can go back into the past. However, what happens in the past, it won't change things now. I think a lot of people go back and they get closure, or they get more information, or they get a new kind of perspective on life, and that's what I really loved about this. I listened to it on audiobook, and I wasn't a huge fan of the narrator. I don't think she was bad at all. I just think she paused a lot in between sentences and in between sections, and for me, the pause, just those pauses bothered me. So I decided to get the physical books because I really enjoyed the story, so I'm excited to finish the series. Okay, let's look at the next box. So we have the next book in that series, Before the Coffee Gets Cold series, and it's called Tales from the Cafe. So it's just basically more stories, more people who have gone to this cafe and gone to the past for whatever reason. And then we also have the third book in the series, Before Your Memory Fades. Oh, you know what? I just realized that they're like all different kind of like seasons. Maybe that's summer, maybe those are fireflies, and that's winter, and that's fall. Interesting. I wonder if there's little hints. Oh no, this one just has clocks. Heck yes. I have already read The People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry, but it was a good price and I don't own it physically. I borrowed it from Libby the first time I read it, so I really want to add it to my collection. I really want to annotate it because, unpopular opinion, but this is one of my favorite ones of her. I loved this book because I think it just resonated with me because I currently am in a relationship where we were just really good friends before we started dating, and so that is how I think Poppy and Alex were excited to put that on my shelf. Next, oh my gosh, I forgot about this one. Lovelight Farms. This has been on my TBR for forever. This is the re-release with the new covers by Berkeley. I believe that BK Borison self-published before, or indie published or something like that, but now it got picked up by Berkeley and is being re-released into the world. And look at these beautiful covers. I love it so much, and I hate these stickers so much. I can't wait to read this series and give it a shot. Very excited to add even more series to the number of series that I'm in the middle of. Okay, that is it for the Target section of this haul. Now let's get on to some others. First, we have the Crane Husband. So I work at a public library and one of the patrons accidentally spilled coffee on this, so we had to kind of weed it and take it out of the system. I don't know if you can see, but I was like, no, it's okay. Like, I know it has coffee stains, but it still needs some love. I didn't want to throw it away, and it's not that bad. I like set it out to dry. Like, I get why we couldn't put it in the library anymore, but what if I like annotate it or something? I don't know. So I just wanted to give it a try. It looks very fascinating. Apparently it's set on some sort of lore. I'm not sure where from, but it's kind of like a twist on the Crane wife. I don't want to tell the Crane wife legend or lore because I feel like it could spoil this story. I hear it's kind of like light horror. Very short, so I'm interested to check it out. So next we have a few books from Walmart. I just kind of went through their section, their book section, when I was getting some things there and noticed that a few of these books had really good prices, so I went ahead and snagged some. First we have She Is the Girl, which I think is a young adult friends to lovers book. I have a thing for friends to lovers. I'm really curious what you guys' favorite trope or tropes are. I would be very interested to hear about them in the comments below. Give me your favorite, or like maybe top 3 or something like that. As you can tell, friends to lovers is one of mine. I think we have some lesbian babies with us, so this just, I hear, is really cozy and really sweet. We got some rollerblading going on, and I just love this cover. It's so simple and beautiful and colorful, and you can get so much just from looking at this cover about our main characters, and I think that's so great. Next we have The Upside of Falling, which is a book that has been on my TBR for KU, and then I got rid of KU and I was like, oh, I'll get it back, oh, I'll get it back. I haven't gotten it back. And then I saw this for a pretty good price and I decided to pick it up. This is a book about 17-year-old Becca who sounds like she had some heartbreak a few years ago and still hasn't dated. Her friends are teasing her about it, so she lies and says she does have a boyfriend. And then we have Brett, who is captain of the football team. He's Mr. Popular, but he isn't dating anyone, and he is getting all this pressure about who he's taking to prom. So he overhears Becca lying about dating someone, and he's like, 2 + 2 = 4. Let's kill 2 birds with 1 stone. And so they kind of pretend to be dating, and they're going to be fake prom dates. We'll see how it goes. The infamous Fourth Wing. Yes, I got the sprayed edges. Yes, Walmart has it, so I'm very excited. I'm so nervous to read this. The hype has been huge. The expectation is so high, and I'm so scared that it's not going to meet it. Fourth Wing is a fantasy romance about a dragon school. This girl is supposed to be in the scribe school. Her mom is like, my daughter isn't going to be a scribe, she's going to be a warrior, and sends her off into the warrior school, and dragons are involved. I hear it's pretty awesome. I think that's it for Walmart. Let's go on to some half-price books. First we have 99% Mine by Sally Thorne. Now I thought this was a different book, like 99 Days of Yours or something like that. Haley Pham recommended it in a video. If I can find that video, I'll link it down below. Anyway, I've read some Sally Thorne books and I've enjoyed it, so we'll try it out. I don't really know what this is about though. Then we have Just Haven't Met You Yet by Sophie Cousens. I've seen some of my friends recommend this on Instagram, and then I saw it was at Half Price Books. Okay, so it looks like we have Laura, who's on a business trip and has a really embarrassing encounter with this one guy who ends up being really super hot, attractive. She's like, I am so embarrassed, and then she gets to the hotel to settle in and realizes that she grabbed the wrong suitcase. So they switch luggage, and then she opens it and she is so intrigued by the contents of his suitcase and like kind of trying to figure him out. Sorry, books. We had a stack that just fell. Sorry, babies. But this looks super cute. It is a rom-com. It has been blurbed by Helen Hong, which is a great check for me, so I'm excited to check this out. Then we have The Roommate by Rosie, danan. Sarah J. Maas over here influencing me with Rune Danan. Ooh, this looks good and spicy. I'm just gonna read the tagline. House rules. Do your own dishes. Knock before entering the bathroom. Never look up your roommate online. East Coast elite socialite Clara moves cross-country when her childhood crush invites her to move in with them. After a bait and switch, Clara finds herself sharing a lease with a charming stranger. And then she looks him up online. Claire realizes living with Josh might make her the Wheatons, her family, most scandalous story yet. Ooh, I wonder what he does. Okay, next we have the 12 Dates of Christmas by Jenny Bayliss. Now, it's not Christmas, it's nowhere near Christmas, but I thought this would be a great snack for the upcoming holidays this year. Kate is 34 years old and she lives in a sleepy little town where everyone just wants her to find true love and be happy. So someone signs her up for a dating agency for Christmas. It says, 23 days until Christmas, 12 dates with 12 different men. The odds must be in her favor, right? Then we have Lease on Love by Falon, Ballard. I saw this like a year ago and wanted to grab it, and this is the first time that I've actually seen it on shelves. We are following Sadie, who got passed up for a promotion that it sounds like she probably deserved but didn't get, and so she says she desperately needs a stiff drink, a new place to live, and a one-night stand. A mix-up has her landing on Jack's doorstep, and I guess Jack has a spare room and offers her to rent the place out. The two are polar opposites, but as Sadie's presence begins to turn the brownstone into a home, they both start to realize they may have just made the deal of a lifetime. Then we have Lunar Love by Lauren Kung Jessen. I am very excited for this. This one sounds so fun, and I haven't seen a synopsis or like a plot line like this quite before. So we're following Olivia, who takes over her grandmother's matchmaking business, but finds out that there's a new dating app that's taking a twist on the traditional Chinese zodiac approach that her family app takes, and turns it into being about animal attraction. Turns out that this is an app created by someone called Bennett O'Brien. Sounds like they have some history. The two make a deal. They'll find a match for each other, and whoever falls in love loses. These next few I think I found either at Goodwill or Salvation Army. So first we have Maybe You Should Talk to Someone, and this is a nonfiction book about a therapist who takes some interesting or funny stories from their clients, kind of switches the names and some of the things, and shares them and the lessons that they learned about them. I hope I'm telling that correctly. Then I found You Me Everything by Catherine Isaac. This cover caught my attention. It's so beautiful, very summery. It looked like it was in a foreign country, which I am a sucker for. This book follows Jess, who had a child with a man who was not interested in the child and left. This is 10 years later. Her mom is ill on her deathbed, very sick. Jess is kind of realizing some finer things in life, and one of those things is that her son, William, needs his dad. So they pack up and they go to, is it France? Chateau de Rossignol, deep in the sunlit hills of Dorgon. Dear Lord, I don't know if I pronounced any of that correctly. And is trying to convince the father, who is quite resistant, that he should fall in love with his son and be a part of his son's life. But the problem isn't just that Adam is far from a willing participant in this game. It's that Jess is tormented by a secret of her own, one that nobody, especially William, must discover. These next few are from a library secondhand store. First we have Paris is Always a Good Idea. I'll tell you the tagline. A 30-year-old woman retraces her gap year through Ireland, France, and Italy to find love and herself in this hilarious and heartfelt novel. It sounds like Chelsea is in her 30s and things just aren't going as planned. The last time she can remember being happy, in love, or enjoying her life was on her year abroad. So she's going to retrace that year, meet up with the guys that she fell in love with during that year to see if she can rekindle some love. But it says nothing goes as planned. As Chelsea reconnects with her old self, she also finds love in the very last place she expected. Then we have Between Shades of Grey by Ruta Sepetys. I've heard great things about this. Also, how stunning is this cover? Have you ever wondered what a human life is worth? That morning, my brother's was worth a pocket watch. Then we have The Lost Apothecary by Sarah Penner. The tagline says, a forgotten history, a secret network of women, a legacy of poison and revenge. Welcome to The Lost Apothecary. Almost done. We have Fredrik Backman, Anxious People. I do own the hardcover version of this, but I was able to purchase this for $1 and I prefer paperbacks if I can, so I thought I would snag this and then I will either donate the hardcover or maybe put it in a giveaway because I do really enjoy this book. Anxious People is a multiple point of view story talking about a bank robber. But the thing is that we don't know who the bank robber is. And then they run away to this open house and then kind of like hold these open house people hostage. And then we get to see all of the points of view of the people from the open house. It's really fun and really interesting. I loved the take on it and the points of view on it. It was really unique to me. And it was a really fun read. I also did the same thing with We Were Liars. I had the hardcover copy of it and I prefer paperback if I can. So I went ahead and actually swapped them at the library. They said that that was okay. And so We Were Liars is following a group of teenagers. Apparently there are a lot of secrets, twist, kind of a suspense. We'll see how this goes. Then we have A Wrinkle in Time. I just loved this old cover. It's so weird, but it's so great. A Wrinkle in Time is one of my mom's favorite books of all time, especially her favorite classic. I just wanted to pick it up and give it a chance. It's really short. I never read this. I saw the movie, but apparently it's very different from the book. A Tesseract, in case the reader doesn't know, is A Wrinkle in Time. Then we have The Rosie Project by Graeme Simsion. This book sounded so cute. It's about this man named Don Tillman who is a genetics professor and is trying to find a wife. See, The Wife Project. It's designed to filter out like drinkers, smokers, vegans, late arrivers, and so forth, because it's just the most logical method for him to find a wife and a perfect partner. Enter Rosie German. Don quickly disqualifies Rosie as a potential wife, but is for some reason drawn to Rosie and her quest to find her biological father. There's somewhat of a friendship developing, and Don must confront the spontaneous whirlwind that is Rosie and the decidedly unscientific conclusion that sometimes you don't find love, it finds you. We have Then She Was Gone by Lisa Jewell. I read I Found You, or I listened to it, and I really enjoyed it. I have been kind of gravitating a little outside of just romance lately, and this synopsis gets me every time. Ellie Mack was the perfect daughter, and then she was gone. 10 years after Ellie's disappearance, her mother, Laurel, is trying to put her life back together, and then she finds this charming man in a cafe. Before she knows it, she's meeting this man's daughter, Poppy. Poppy is the spitting image of Ellie. So it's bringing all of this back. Where did Ellie go? Did she run away from home? Did the police have a suspect? Did something more sinister happen? I forgot that I went thrifting at a used paperback store. Good lord. I'm not going to tell you the synopsis of all of these, but I am just going to do a quick rapid fire of them. First, we have Baby Drive South by Stephanie Bond. Looks like a carpenter. Okay, girl. Then we have Hello Stranger by Lisa Kleypas. Fancy Pants by Susan Elizabeth Phillips. Dance Away With Me by Susan Elizabeth Phillips. Nothing But Trouble by Amy Andrews. I read another book in the series, I forget what it's called, but it was a Christmas book set in Credence, Colorado, which is where this book is set too. I really enjoyed it. I think it's a very underrated book, so I'm excited. I was so excited when I saw this book. Then we have Tempt Me at Twilight by Lisa Kleypas. Does that have a step back? Oh my gosh, Autumn! My friend Autumn loves historical romances, and she's really been into these step backs lately. So every time I see a step back, I think of Autumn. So I'll link her down below. Hi, Autumn! Oh my gosh, this one has a step back too. Cute! Then we have Stranger in My Arms, also by Lisa Kleypas. Can you tell I'm trying to get her collection? Then we have Because You're Mine by Lisa Kleypas. Let's see. Ooh, risque. Just Imagine by Susan Elizabeth Phillips. I'm also trying to get her collection as well. Then we have Chasing Cassandra by Lisa Kleypas. Also a step back. That concludes my most recent haul. I hope this could help you add some things to your TBR. I'm going to reorganize my shelves with these books now that I can put them away. And I will see you guys in my next video. Hope you're doing well, everyone. Thanks so much for watching. If you made it this far and you aren't subscribed, might as well join the fam. I'll see you in my next one. Bye, everyone.